Hi, so this video is just going to be a short video. I'm just going to talk about sanitizing equipment. So there's a couple of ways that you can sanitize your equipment before you start making your cheese. And then there's some ways you can keep it sanitary through the whole process, because it's really easy to just sanitize stuff, but then you got to keep it sanitary the whole time, right? So two ways that I do it. One is I bring water in one of the pots that I'm going to use for cheese making to a boil. And then I put the equipment in and I let it boil for 15 minutes. And I do that for everything that can be sanitized through like hot water, but there's certain things like plastic and stuff. I don't like to do it that way. So if there's stuff I don't want actually in the water, I put it in this little basket on the top, and then the steam comes through and just sanitizes it that way, that I put a cover on top. And then the other thing that I do is I have in the sink here, I have a little stainless steel pan that I got on Amazon, and I put a little bleach and I put hot water in that, and I wash all the plastic stuff that's too big to fit in that bin, like this cheese mold, in bleach. And then I just set it out to air dry. I do the same thing with my cheese mats and things like that are plastic. And then I have this special sponge. It's special only because I don't use it for anything other than cheese making. This is my cheese making sponge that I use to wash the equipment with the bleach. And when I'm done, it goes back in where I store all my cheese making supplies. So it only touches my cheese making supplies and bleach and nothing else that's gross food stuff or whatever. So got that. And then what I'm going to do is, when I'm done with sanitizing everything, which I'm just about done here, I'm going to lay it all out on just paper towels in my kitchen to keep things sanitary. And then while I'm cheese making, anytime I touch something that's outside of my cheese making, I'm going to put my hands in that little bleach bin that's in my sink, sanitize my hands. And then I'm also going to, after I use a piece of equipment and I'm not going to use it again for a while, I'll rinse it and dip it in the bleach so it's sanitized for when I'm ready to use it again and not just sitting out with milk and stuff on it. So those things are important in keeping your space sanitary. And one last tip is, I would say, don't put anything, right? None of my cheese equipment ever touches the bottom of my sink. Everything goes in a bin in the sink. My sink I use in my kitchen, and it's gross. So I don't ever let anything touch that, even though obviously I clean my sink before I start making cheese. There's bleach in it, all of that. I just keep everything from touching the bottom of my sink. So that's how I keep everything sanitary while I'm cooking or cheese making. This stuff's about done, so I'm going to drain it and set it out to air dry.